Here we are with Don Szczepanski at Garnet Technology. And Don, good to see you again. How are you?
Good.
Tell me a little bit more. We talked earlier, but give me a little bit more detail for our viewers to take a look at here.
What we've developed in the last 5 years has been being able to simplify the installation to where we can really get down to a minimal number of wires. We could actually run a complete system on 2 wires.
That's amazing.
So, yeah,
That's amazing.
And how we got that to be accomplished was to actually go to a totally digital action in terms of processing. That means that we can then start to introduce IP address changes simply by clipping a track. And so
now, clipping a track, what does that actually mean?
If we for example, if we have a trace that says black on it, and I made a black tank here, I simply clip the trace, and that changes the IP address. So for a typical installation where we would have 3 tanks, fresh, gray, black, the fresh tank is unmodified because that's how we produce it. Then to modify it and change the IP addresses for black or gray, we simply clip a trace.
So just electronically. Now this is obviously looks like it would be great for an aftermarket retrofit.
Very much so, because of the ability to cut the sender and shorten it. You can actually make one sender do black, gray, fresh in all different lengths without any change in what we shipped you.
Oh, that's amazing.
So now we get to a very simple process where the application is really a case of getting wired up.
Yeah. Now, how applicable is this? Which display that would come with this?
Everything we're selling now is all common bus. No matter which model you pick in the 709 or 714 range, that's how it operates.
Now, explain to our viewers what the 709 and 714 range would be.
The 709 would be the standard one we see right behind you here up in that schematic. That is a battery, fresh, gray, black LP, and within that we actually have diagnostics such as we can detect an open circuit, a poor connection, a short. We can actually determine the performance of each sender by looking at the values that are coming back from the sender, so we can rate them. And for example, when you do a new installation on the manual, you write down what the P levels were, and so you have say a number of 64 on the fresh tank, and you have 65 on the gray. A year later, you check them, and the gray is down to 20. You've got a problem. Okay? It actually predicts the failure. So we've developed a lot of diagnostics into that.
Oh my goodness. I tell you folks, just for monitoring liquid levels, how sophisticated it can get, we really appreciate the work that Don does. So Don, if people want more information, where would you send them on the web?
The web is www.rvgauge.com.
There you go. Do you have an 800 number or another place they can reach you?
877-668-7813.
Folks, there you go, from Redmond, Oregon, the very best in monitoring systems for your RV. Don, thanks a lot.